Welcome to one of English football's red-letter days. Arsenal versus Manchester United will always be a major date on the footballing calendar. There might have been a shift in the bigger picture and indeed the power balance since the days when both these teams were perennial winners. But one thing remains unchanged. They cannot stand losing to each other. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. Genuinely a heavyweight contest, North against South, London against Manchester. It is tribal.
You can always count on there being something dramatic happening when these two come together. But there have been a fair share of grinds too. I'm expecting both sides to try and maximise their attacking threat, because when you look back over the years, the potency has been the big factor with these two teams, and always a hard one to call, but never far from exciting.
And already we're underway here. And it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Bellingham did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Gullit. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Pass somewhat off target. And that is as far as they're going to go. Oh, it's a great ball here.
This game could flip on just how well Trent Alexander-Arnold can combine with his attack. I mean, so much depends on his ability to deliver absolute quality.
And he started his career in central midfield, of course.
Yeah, a position some say he should go back to accommodate the fact that he is always in the opposition half, something that has been experimentally done with varying degrees of success.
No way through. Chouameni. Bellingham.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Conte. Manchester United trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Now it's Gullit. Now it's Bellingham. Now this could be a chance. And he shoots!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Lam. Some really good ball movement. And they can counter here. Can he get it through? Gullit is in a really good position out wide. Oh, what a mistake! And that's a throw-in. Now he's off and running. Now it's Gullit. Gullit driving forwards. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Rafinha has got himself a free kick. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. Gullit! What a save from Peter Schmeichel! The ball goes in. That has been knocked clear. Manchester United do have a chance to counter here. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Now it's Rafinha. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Messi. And here's Hullet. And that's a good... Takes a shot! And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Roberto Carlos just loves to go forward whenever he can. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0.
That was the first half. Let's hope the boys can turn it up for the second.
That gets things going for the second half.
Arsenal are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Mbappe! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Henderson tries to clear. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Alexander-Arnold. Roberto Carlos. Cruyff. Oh, it's played into the area. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
Now it's Pelé. Now it's Cruyff. Knocks it into space. Can he finish? Pinged towards the front line. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Alexander-Arnold. He's got away. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Alexander-Arnold. Manchester United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Substitution for Manchester United.
It's their second corner of the game.
Messi. Number 12, Johan Cruyff. Coming on the field.
Davids plays it short.
11, Maradona. Number
Lam.
17.
Look at the space
Mbappe.
here.
Substitution in progress.
And now they can spring out of defence. Hullet taking charge of the dead ball. Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Oh, for the keeper to get down to that was top class, but to actually stop himself from spilling it was exceptional. That's great goalkeeping.
The attendance for this match was 70,987.
Davids. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. And a chance! They've done it! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Substitution for Manchester United, number 15.
Manchester
Henderson.
United making consecutive
Number 9,
changes here.
Pele.
Arsenal
Coming on the
have
field,
fired themselves in
number
front.
27,
Listen, when it comes to
Griezmann.
goals, Peter, in this
Number
team,
23,
he's always the number one
Patrick.
contender, and he's done it again.
Davids receives it in a good position here. Foden. Your impression so far, Jim?
Peter, they're leaving nobody guessing now. This is a decisive attempt to go further in front.
Griezmann looking to get on the end of this. And he's heaved it away. Chance to deliver. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Manchester United really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is...
Goes for a shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Mbappe has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
He's on it, can he get away? Aimed beyond the defence. And he's had a hit! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Foden has created one goal already. He's a sharp little ball here. Good ball, good take. Brilliantly cut out. And he's there to get it away. And it's Conte. Griezmann shoots! Lahm gets good distance on it.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Oh, that's a fine challenge.
Oh, that's great. That's great concentration.
Now it's Mbappe. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Foden. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Now it's Mbappe. Shot a goal! Looking for a runner.
Arsenal are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Oh, that's delightful. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Now it's Mbappe. Davids. And the shot! Ball swung in. Van der Ven tries to clear. Davids. And that is expertly dealt with.
Arsenal nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
And he's in on goal. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Desperate defending required here. Roberto Carlos goes short.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Griezmann! Oh no, it's an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
And here's Hullet. He's having a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Griezmann. That has not gone well. And here's Mbappe. Shot could be on. And Hullet! And with that, the final whistle. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities, and neither willing to give. Welcome to one of English football's red-letter days. Arsenal versus Manchester United will always be a major date on the footballing calendar. There might have been a shift in the bigger picture and indeed the power balance since the days when both these teams were perennial winners. But one thing remains unchanged. They cannot stand losing to each other. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. Well, this is undoubtedly a mouth-watering encounter. Certainly it has played a significant part in the history of the English game.
You can always count on there being something dramatic happening when these two come together. But there have been a fair share of grinds too. I'm expecting both sides to try and maximise their attacking.
Bellingham! Goal! Arsenal! He just absolutely speared that in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Mateus, and this is Hullet. Hullet has got himself a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Well, it is plumb centre, but it is a fair way out on the very cusp of credible shooting range. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, can he get onto this? Arsenal leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Jordan Henderson. Roberto Carlos. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now it's Hullet. Well, that looks a decent ball. And the shot! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Chouameni, Roberto Carlos kept his eye on it, and he's there.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And it's Messi.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those...
And Hullet!
Hullet really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Thuram. Roberto Carlos. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's cut it out. Lahm. Pushed us! Foden. And Mateus. And here's the chance to counter. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
This is the time you need that pace.
15 minutes till half-time. That's good running with the ball. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And here's Foden. Conte. Now it's Hullet. And he plays one through. Real chance here. Good decision by the keeper. Got that exactly right. Pele was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And he cuts out the supply. Hullet. And they win it back again. Hullet looks to get on the end of this. No, it's come to nothing. And now they can clear their lines. And it's Lahm. He's in space and looking for options. Lahm has it out wide and in space. Jordan Henderson, and that's gone loose. Mateus. Foden. Lahm could try cutting inside here. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Added time.
Foden. This looks promising. It's crossed into the middle. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Arsenal have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break.
Of course they will. Substitution for Manchester United, number 6.
And we're underway again.
Number 20.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Number 17, Mbappe. Number 11,
Mbappe.
Maradona.
And it's Roberto
Number
Carlos.
12, Johan Cruyff.
And it's Lahm. Foden. Lahm picks it up now. Climbs up big! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Foden. And that's another good win of the ball. Messi. Alexander-Arnold. Jordan Henderson is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Roberto Carlos played big header. It's there. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
He was always going to do that one way or another. A fantastic effort.
Chance, surely! It's bounced back off the post. Caught offside that time. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape. Certainly when the
chance for a shot! Goal! Arsenal! And again they hit the front. Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
The attendance for this
now
match
it's Foden.
Oh,
good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, Peter, he's looking particularly sharp.
And certainly on the hunt for his personal treble.
Yeah, and I certainly wouldn't go against that, although he may keep an eye on the bench for fear of being taken off. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Can he finish? It's fallen kindly here. And yes, it's there! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that.
Chance! Goal! Arsenal! And they've got their lead back. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Arsenal going. He's had a shot! It's a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, important interception.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Mbappe looking to get on the end of this. Oh, that's fabulous. Delivers with whip. And he's quick to get it clear again. The referee's awarded a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Messi! Messi! Genius! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Manchester United get themselves into the lead. Well, the bullet! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Thuram gets it away. Lovely bit of skill. And it's Henderson. Now it's Messi. And this is Hullet. And Hullet! It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Manchester United take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do.
And the finish! Sticks it away! And what a climax we have here! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Arsenal give themselves a chance of decent chance! Davids lays it forward. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here.
Mbappe, Roberto Carlos.
Takes a shot! And he thumps it clear. Looking for the run. Alexander Messi! He will be livid with himself. Thuram spots it and intercepts. And we're done. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match as neutrals.